I'm Sean Nardella. I'm with Through Ice and Time for Jasper National Park. And between the concept stage and actually having a finished product was about a year.
Okay, wow, that's impressive. Yeah, let's go on next.
I'm Kurt Spenrath. I directed the match with my partner Frederick Croach. And sweet Jesus, it felt like it took 10 million years. It actually started off, we were pitching a reality series that ran into some complications, so we kind of split it in two projects, and Bravo, you may have noticed the logo on the end there, came on board to fund this short film about our buddies at the PWA that had to put up with us in their face for such a very long time to make such a very short film, and they were so totally awesome. So filming, we started December and finished editing in May.
Okay.
Katrina Campos. I was the artist Kina Zoro in Just to Get to You.
Yeah, my name is Mike. This is Mark Davies. We both did the video, or filmed it.
Here's another thing. Actually,
obviously our work was completely crystal clear. That's great. That's good news.
Kurt, could you tell me, did you actually get out to a wrestling match and want to make a documentary on this? Like, how did this come about?
How did this come about? We met a really cool guy named Mark who worked at a Radio Shack by day and was this sort of acrobatic performer at night that we was sort of our introduction to the gang. And I went down and watched these guys perform, and I was just totally stunned by how much work they put into it and how I had no idea that they existed. Because these guys really do train as hard as ballet dancers or Shakespearean actors, and people treat their form of theater sometimes with a little bit of disrespect, but the audience participation element to it is really cool because everybody there that's a fan realizes that they are part of the show and that what they bring to it helps it come alive. So I just kind of fell in love with everybody there. I mean, I think Denise is here tonight with her Mrs. Chic T-shirt on. I mean, she does all this right there. Oh, Denise! I mean, she makes the posters and she's hilarious. Every month she comes out and is hilarious. And Kay, who is waiting for a double lung heart transplant. Bravo asked us not to get too griddly into her medical condition, but she's not a well lady that comes out and comes alive and has a great time at these matches and brings so much to it. And she's pals with the Sheik. They hang out outside of stuff, but you saw her on screen being a part of the show and getting in there. And yeah, love all of those people.
Yeah. You got one last one?
I have a question about Through Ice and Time. You noticed it had a Parks Canada logo on it. How were you approached to do this project for Parks?
Actually, it was an in-house project. We wanted to put a movie in at a new theater we're building at the Icefield Center. We're redoing the whole gallery there. So this started as just a visitor center movie, and we didn't really think it would go beyond that.
So you're a federal employee then.
I am. And when we put it out for tender, we got, one of the things we said in the contract was that we liked the look and feel of those Newfoundland Labrador TV commercials, with the little kids running along the ridges and stuff. So the company that did it for us cold called Al Archivilo, the director of those, and he came along and they asked him, do you want to do this for next to no money? We can't afford you, but do you want to come on the project? And yeah, sure. So he donated all his time for this. We hardly paid him at all. And we got way more than we bargained for out of this movie. It's gone around and won a few awards now. And we just expected it to live in the Icefield Center, and that was it. And it's gone much broader, and people seem to like it.
How many film students ask you what lens you use to get that star shot?
Oh, that was actually another Parks Canada guy who got that shot, Roger Gruce. He camped out and did a time-lapse overnight at the ice fields.
God, and the chopper stunts.
Yeah.
Wicked. Jealous of him.
Do we have any audience questions yet? We haven't thought any brilliant ones?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, I just thought the locations in Through Ice and Time were just spectacular. How long did it take you guys to track those down? I mean, obviously, if you work in the park, are you familiar with those? Or was it the greatest job ever?
Yeah, it was a pretty easy day at work. We flew Alar around and did just one day of scouting, and a lot of the locations you see in that movie you can actually get to yourself. There's very few that are remote enough that you couldn't. So most of them are actually the scenes with, for example, the little kids playing in the creek. There's a staff accommodation building like 10 feet to your right there. It's all pretty much road accessible, and you can hike in. Part of the plan with the exhibit at the Icefield Center would be we'd show you those spots on a map that you can get to yourself, and the ones that you can't, at least give people a chance to see them on film.
And when you go there, you write on the comment card, "I came to the ice fields because I saw the movie."
Any other questions?
I have one question. I'm sure for those who are curious out there, where do you get those Shake T-shirts? just wondering, because I mean, like, they're pretty awesome. So
Go see a PWA show. They just had one last night. They'll have one next month, and yeah, buy some gear.
You didn't bring any merch with you for this?
October 25th.
go.
And they have it in a rec center where they have a kitchen run by like Baba's, where you get the world's greatest burger and fries for like $5. It's an awesome night out. It's legit super fun.
Actually, thank you again for coming out for these ones here. We had another bout of movies coming up.
And a big hand for all of our filmmakers.